For decades now, the Bermuda Triangle has captured imaginations with stories of vanishing planes and ships.
A stretch of the map where journeys don't always end the way they should. Ships leave port and never arrive. Planes vanish mid-flight, their families left waiting for answers that never come. Pilots report compasses spinning wildly, storms rising without warning, and waves that seem to come from nowhere. Over the years, countless lives have been claimed here, leaving behind only silence and unanswered questions. Some say it's just nature at its most unforgiving. Others believe something far stranger is at work. Whatever the truth, this place remains one of the greatest mysteries of our world, a trap where human ambition collides with forces we still don't fully understand. Join us as we uncover the secrets of the Bermuda Triangle.
Countless people have gone missing in this maritime black hole, vanished without a trace.
The Bermuda Triangle is not officially marked on maps, and you won't find buoys or borders warning sailors they're entering it. Yet its boundaries are recognized worldwide. It's a rough triangle stretching between Miami, Florida, the island of Bermuda to the north, and San Juan, Puerto Rico, to the south.
Roughly bounded by the southeastern coast of the US, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico.
Within these invisible lines lies nearly 500,000 square miles of ocean, an area bigger than the entire country of France, and far more treacherous. This is no isolated stretch of water. On the contrary, it's one of the busiest transportation corridors in the world. Massive oil tankers cut through its waters en route to the Gulf of Mexico. Cruise liners, packed with thousands of tourists, glide between their islands. Overhead, hundreds of commercial flights cross the skies daily, linking North America, the Caribbean, and South America. Despite this endless stream of traffic, the Triangle has earned a reputation as a maritime graveyard. Geography plays a deadly role. The seabed here plunges into some of the deepest trenches on Earth, dropping over 27,000 feet into darkness. Any wreckage, ship, or plane can sink into these black abysses, effectively erasing it from human reach. And then there's the Gulf Stream, a powerful ocean current that flows like a river within the sea, surging northward at speeds of up to 4 knots. Its force is strong enough to scatter debris in hours, wiping away the evidence of disaster before rescuers even arrive. What makes the Bermuda Triangle especially sinister is the way all these factors overlap. Vast distances, unpredictable weather, treacherous waters, extreme depths, and an invisible conveyor belt sweeping away the last traces of tragedy. In this region, even a small mistake or sudden storm can become a fatal trap. For sailors and pilots alike, the Bermuda Triangle is less an open highway and more a razor's edge. One wrong move, and there is no second chance. If the geography makes the triangle dangerous, the weather makes it lethal. Positioned at the crossroads where warm tropical air collides with cooler air masses drifting south, the region becomes a natural factory for chaos. It produces some of the most violent and unpredictable storms on Earth. One moment, the sea can be calm, an endless sheet of turquoise stretching to the horizon. The next, it's a boiling cauldron of fury. Thunderstorms erupt without warning, transforming daylight into darkness. Waterspouts twist violently upward from the waves, spinning columns of water that claw at the sky like liquid tornadoes. And then there are the hurricanes. During late summer, these monstrous cyclones barrel through the triangle, their winds howling at more than 150 miles per hour, strong enough to tear apart steel hulls, snap masts like matchsticks, and send entire vessels to the ocean floor. Even on seemingly calm days, the sea is never safe. Sailors live in fear of rogue waves, towering walls of water that can rise more than 100 feet, striking without warning. These watery giants hit with the force of a freight train, capable of snapping a ship in half or flipping a freighter in seconds. In the Bermuda Triangle, where the Gulf Stream collides with powerful Atlantic trade winds, conditions are perfect for spawning such anomalies. Some researchers believe rogue waves here are not rare at all, but frighteningly common. And for pilots, the danger is no less real. Skies over the triangle are notorious for their instability. Sudden cloud banks can envelop an aircraft in a matter of seconds. blinding pilots and instruments alike. Lightning can cripple navigational systems, while turbulence can batter planes with relentless force. During World War II, American Navy pilots described bizarre whiteout conditions, where visibility dropped to nothing in an instant, as if the world had been erased. The Bermuda Triangle isn't just an expanse of sea and sky. It's a battlefield, a place where hot and cold wage constant war, where calm can collapse into chaos, and where every voyage, whether by ship or by plane, is a gamble against nature itself. The Triangle's reputation didn't come from legends alone. It was carved into history by real tragedies, each one stranger than the last. One of the earliest and most haunting cases was the USS Cyclops in 1918.
To date, that's the largest loss of life on board a U.S. Navy vessel. That's unexplained.
A 542-foot Navy cargo ship. She was carrying more than 10,000 tons of manganese ore and over 300 men when she entered the Triangle. No distress call, no SOS. She simply vanished. Despite one of the most extensive searches in U.S. naval history, not a single piece of wreckage was recovered. To this day, the disappearance of the Cyclops remains the single largest loss of life in U.S. Navy history outside wartime combat. An entire ship and her crew, swallowed whole by the Atlantic. Then came December 1945. 5 Navy Avenger bombers took off from Fort Lauderdale for what should have been a routine training mission. They became known as Flight 19. Hours later, radio transmissions told a different story.
Flight 19's leader begins sending cryptic and increasingly panicked radio calls.
Pilots reported that their compasses were spinning wildly, landmarks were disappearing, and fuel was running low. Their last words were filled with panic and confusion before the radios went silent. A rescue plane dispatched to find them also vanished, 6 aircraft and 27 men gone in a single afternoon. That day cemented the Bermuda Triangle as more than just a sailor's superstition. It became a modern-day enigma. And the list didn't stop there. In 1948, the Star Tiger, a passenger aircraft carrying 31 souls, disappeared without a trace. Just a year later, her sister plane, the Star Ariel, vanished under eerily similar circumstances. Neither plane nor passenger was ever seen again. In the 1960s, the freighter Marine Sulphur Queen, a 524-foot tanker loaded with molten sulfur, set out from Texas with 39 men aboard. She radioed once and then was never heard from again. The Coast Guard searched over 300,000 square miles, but found nothing but an oil slick and a few life jackets. Each of these disappearances deepened the Triangle's dark legend, ships and planes lost on calm days, radios going silent mid-sentence, and rescue teams returning with nothing to report but empty horizons. The Bermuda Triangle became more than a location. It became a symbol of vanishing without a trace, a place where the rules of nature seemed to bend or break entirely. The mystery of the Bermuda Triangle has fueled decades of speculation, spawning libraries of theories and thousands of late-night conversations. Some explanations are grounded in science, while others drift far into the realm of imagination. The most widely accepted theory is also the simplest: natural causes. Sudden squalls, rogue waves, and violent hurricanes could easily explain why so many ships and planes never returned. Out here, the weather can shift in minutes. One moment calm seas, the next, walls of water towering above a vessel's deck. For aircraft, a sudden thunderhead or electrical storm could cripple engines and instruments, leaving pilots helpless. Add to this the Gulf Stream, a powerful current capable of sweeping away wreckage in hours, and it becomes clear why so little debris is ever recovered. A plane or ship could vanish, leaving behind nothing but empty ocean. Another natural factor lies in the Earth itself. For centuries, sailors have reported strange compass readings inside the Triangle. At one time, this was one of the few regions on Earth where magnetic north and true north aligned perfectly. To an inexperienced navigator, that alignment could cause deadly miscalculations, steering them hundreds of miles off course without realizing it. Then there's the methane hydrate theory, a scientific idea that almost sounds like science fiction. Beneath the seabed, Vast reserves of methane gas lie trapped in frozen pockets. If one of these erupted, it could transform the surrounding water into a frothy, low-density soup, robbing ships of buoyancy and pulling them under in seconds. Airplanes flying through the released gas could even stall mid-air. Imagine a ship sailing smoothly and within moments, sinking without warning, vanishing before a distress call could ever be sent. Still, natural causes don't convince everyone. Many point to human error. The triangle sits on one of the busiest shipping and aviation routes in the world. With so much traffic, mistakes are inevitable. An inexperienced crew, a fatigued pilot, or mechanical failure could easily turn a routine voyage into a disaster. Overloaded ships, faulty radios, and navigation slip-ups all contribute to accidents, though critics argue this doesn't explain the sheer scale of disappearances. Others suggest darker human forces. Piracy has long haunted these waters, and during the Cold War, rumors swirled of smuggling, covert missions, and even secret government experiments hidden within the triangle. Some believe vessels stumbled upon operations they were never meant to see and were silenced. And then, of course, are the paranormal explanations, theories that blur the line between myth and possibility. Stories of alien abductions, time warps, and electromagnetic anomalies that bend reality itself. Some claim the lost city of Atlantis lies beneath the waves, its ancient technology still active, pulling ships and planes into another dimension. For many, these theories are far-fetched, but for others, they offer the only answers that explain the triangle's most baffling mysteries. The truth may be more mundane, yet every explanation, whether scientific or supernatural, leaves unsettling gaps. Why do so many disappearances occur in calm conditions, when no storm or wave was reported? Why are distress calls so rare, as if the end came in silence? And why, in some cases, was there no trace, not a single piece of wreckage, ever found? These lingering questions are what transformed the Bermuda Triangle from a maritime hazard into one of the greatest mysteries of the modern age. Beyond the statistics, the Bermuda Triangle has left scars etched deep into human lives. Families gathered at ports, scanning the horizon for ships that never arrived. Children waited for fathers who promised to return, only to receive telegrams stamped with the cold finality of "lost at sea." Entire communities felt the emptiness left by sailors, fishermen, and aviators swallowed by the Triangle's vast silence. The U.S. military, stunned by the disappearance of Flight 19, poured resources into navigation, communication, and training. Compass calibrations became stricter. Pilots drilled in emergency protocols. Airlines adjusted routes, and shipping companies invested in sturdier hulls and advanced weather tracking. Whether the Triangle was truly cursed or not, it undeniably reshaped maritime and aviation safety, forcing humanity to confront just how vulnerable we are to the ocean's power. But the Triangle's impact reached far beyond policy and technology. It captured the imagination of the world. In the 1950s and 60s, magazine articles and sensationalist books spread tales of ghost ships, vanishing planes, and invisible forces dragging vessels into the deep. The media didn't just report the mystery, it amplified it, fanning the flames of curiosity and fear. Hollywood followed with films, TV specials, and documentaries, turning the Triangle into a stage for both science and speculation. What was once a navigational hazard became something larger, a cultural phenomenon, a modern myth woven into the fabric of maritime lore. Even now, in the age of satellites, sonar, and GPS, the Bermuda Triangle holds its grip on the imagination. Cruise liners sail smoothly through its waters, and commercial jets cross its skies every day without incident. Yet passengers still glance out at the endless blue, their thoughts wandering to the stories of the past. What if the legends are true? What if the sea has secrets that no radar can detect? The Bermuda Triangle stands as both a real hazard and a powerful symbol. It reminds us that even in a world mapped, measured, and digitized, there are still corners of mystery. Places where human ambition meets nature's indifference. Places where the ocean whispers the same warning it has for centuries. You may cross me, but you will never master me. The Bermuda Triangle remains both a myth and a reality, a place where science and legend collide, On one hand, natural explanations like storms, currents, and human error offer rational answers. On the other hand, the sheer volume of strange disappearances keeps the mystery alive. Perhaps the true danger of the Bermuda Triangle isn't some supernatural force, but the fact that it lulls us into forgetting how unforgiving the sea can be. 500,000 square miles of storm-tossed waters, violent weather, shifting currents, and treacherous skies. It is, by every measure, the ocean's deadliest trap. And as long as ships sail and planes fly, the triangle will continue to claim its victims and our imaginations. If you found this journey into the Bermuda Triangle fascinating, hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into history's greatest mysteries. And tell us in the comments, do you believe the Bermuda Triangle is just science, or something far stranger?